Sonia. There are 15 viewers so far, and I hope the others will join as well. Before we start, I would like, as you know, as it became my practice, to other colleagues to log out and log in again and to choose the microphone option. Alexander, Maria, Ranko, and all the others who chose audio option. Okay. In this way, you can participate in our class, and I said that participation is very important. Not only will you gain knowledge, not only will influence your language, but you will also earn some points for your activities. So, Elena Markovic as well. Okay, thank you for understanding. Well, last time we talked about computer users, how different people use computers in different ways. And we listened to some audios, and we also discussed the difference between present perfect and past simple. Today we will continue with the exercises, and the first exercise is on page 6. I hope that you have your books and that you can open them. Can you access them? Anyone?
Just
You're now unmuted.
Okay. Have you found your books? Can you hear me?
we can hear you.
Okay, fine. You have page 6, and you have exercise 6, which says, put the tenses in this dialogue in the correct form. You're supposed to use past simple or present perfect. Okay, I'm going to divide you to work. Okay, would you like to work on your own first or in pairs? What would you prefer? Which is easier for you?
On our own.
Okay, first on your own, and later we will have some exercises in pair work or group work. Okay, so you can have, let's say, 6 minutes, and then we can start checking. Okay. Have you completed or do you need more time? Nemanja says here's ready. Who would like to speak instead of writing? It is easier and quicker than writing something and typing. What about the others? Are you ready for checking? You're ready. Thanks, Alexander. Okay, let's start. Would you do the first, Alexander? The first pair, 1 and 2.
Okay.
Thank you.
What have you done today?
Okay, have you read the text? It is one of the options, but let's discuss it. Have you read the text or this dialogue towards its end, till the end? Have you read a complete dialogue? I suppose you did, because you covered or you filled in the gaps. What time expression is mentioned at the end of the text?
Today.
Not here at the beginning, but at the end of the text. So we are just discussing to make some conclusions about the tense to be used here. Have you found any other expression till the end, at the end of the text, that points to something? This points to the choice of the tense that we have to make at the beginning.
No.
What about this part? For one night. He says, I, or she, for one night, hours on that project. Is today, let's say, finished as a time period? When are these two people talking? Let's say, when are these two people, A and B, and talking? At what part of the day?
What did you do today?
When they are they talking in the morning? Are they talking during the day or in the evening? What do you think? If you look at the whole dialogue.
They searched a website for digital cameras, and
Yes.
This is they speak for a lot of company sites, such as Sony, Canon.
Yes, it's clear. Can you read the whole dialogue with just for finding information, concluding, actually, guessing when these two people are talking? Which part of the day? Okay. What do you think? Any ideas? Were they working? Were they working all day? Were they working all day? Can you guess? According to the text. What about the others? Can they join the discussion? What do you think?
You are now unmuted.
They were doing all day, which means that the day is over. Why am I asking this? Because sometimes you started with a present perfect. Sometimes you can use both present perfect or past simple with the noun today, depending whether that period has been finished or not. If we this morning, if we use the phrase this morning, today, this evening. So we are talking right now, and we can say, we have done 2 exercises this morning. Why? Because this period is not over yet, because it is 11 o'clock. If I say this sentence in the afternoon, I will say, let it be, I did 2 exercises this morning. Why? because that period is over, if I say it in the afternoon or if I say it in the evening. That's why I asked you what period of the day were these people talking about their work. So you will begin with which tense, Alexander? Now, after this conclusion, will you begin with the present perfect if they have been working all day and they will talking in the afternoon or actually in the evening?
Present perfect, maybe.
Would you use present perfect or past simple? If that today is over, if they are talking in the evening?
Yeah, I use a present perfect because we have a time expression for today, but it's for me is a use the present perfect. No, the past simple. I don't know why the past simple.
And I just explained to you, but I'm writing down. Okay, I wrote what I said actually. So the base, if you have these expressions today, this morning, this afternoon, you can use, and you maybe learned that you can use present perfect, but it is possible to use both tenses, either present perfect or past simple, depending on when you say some statements, when you express some statements. And I put the example. We have done 2 exercises this morning, right? If you are talking about your work and my work this morning, then it is acceptable to use the present perfect tense, okay? Because the morning still lasts. It is not over till the noon, okay? The morning is right now. If I say this sentence in the afternoon, after 2 p.m. in the evening, then I use the past simple. Why? Because that period is over. We did 2 exercises this morning. That is a subtle difference between these 2 tenses when they are used with the expressions today, this morning, this afternoon. So that's why there is the reason why you should begin with the past simple, not the present perfect, this dialogue as well. He says towards the end, or she says, person B, I've had enough for one night. So you can suppose after reading the whole dialogue that they are talking in the evening, that they have been working all day and they are talking about that part. So today is over for them. They are talking in the evening. Someone said that, I think, Yola. So how would you start the dialogue? Is this clear or not? Who would like to give some comments on this?
We'll start with what did you do today, right?
Yes, that is the conclusion. That was my question at the beginning. So what did you do today? Because today is over. They're talking in the afternoon or they're talking in the evening, right? And then you continue. How?
I worked, right? Because it needs to be past simple
Yes.
in the answer. I worked on my
Yes.
project. I searched the web for sites on digital cameras.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. So that is the explanation, and that is the practical part of what I said. All right. Can you continue, Yovo?
You are now
No,
unmuted.
it was, who was it? But it is enough. I worked on my project. I served the web for website on digital camera, but it refers also to that period of today, which is over. So it would be and proceed, please. Which compared all the models. Yes, great. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, who will continue? Now,
which search engine did you use?
again
You
today.
use Dogpile mostly. Have you ever used it?
Yes, now you have something such as signal ever that points to the use of the present perfect only, meaning did you ever use it in the past? Do you have the experience with using it? So have you ever used it? Okay, now it is clearer. Okay, thanks, Nemanja. Who would like to proceed? Now it is easy to respond. Have you ever used it? The response will be
Yes, I've tried,
thank you.
but I have had more luck with Ask Jeeves.
Okay, I've tried, I've had. Thank you, Jovan. Very good. Ryan, would you please continue because you unmuted your mic at some point?
Yes. I haven't started on mine yet. Yeah, I bet you've done it all.
And I think we skipped one sentence. Maybe I've done it. I've had enough for one night. I've spent
I thought I have spent hours on that project because from this sentence we don't have idea which hours are that when they happen.
He started in the morning and he has spent many hours on that project. Yes, I've had enough for one night. I've spent hours on that project. I haven't started on mine yet. Yes, I bet you've done it all. Okay, so now I would like to ask you whether you've heard of this use of the expressions of today and this morning, this afternoon, this evening. Have you heard of them and the possibility? Their possibility to be used not only with the present perfect, but also with the past simple tense. Did you read it somewhere or have you heard of it? Anyone wanting to share? George, Jevrić?
I think I did hear about it, but I wasn't sure really about the usage of that.
Okay, now for you to know that difference, if you come up or if you meet these phrases such as those mentioned in your texts or in writing or even in talking, right? If you say something about the morning and that period has been finished and you're talking about it in the afternoon, then you are supposed to use the past simple. Okay, that is for the basic differences between the present perfect and the past simple, and we talked about it also last time. So now we are going to discuss, or you are going to discuss, how you think the professions mentioned in exercise 7 on page 7 use or might use computers for. The professions that are mentioned are architects, interior designers, farmers, landscape gardeners, musicians, rally drivers, and salespeople. I hope that you can follow me because this BBB option doesn't allow me to upload the book and so that you can see it on my screen because of too many pages. I hope that you can follow it, this exercise in your book. I will divide you into groups now, right? And you are going to discuss, and then you can present it when we come back. So there are 20 of you, and I will ask you to accept your the request of joining the rooms after you receive it, please. Okay. It will take a few minutes.
But can you possibly share your screen?
Well, I will try.
I mean,
But
you can use that instead of.
sharing the screen. I tried it with my colleagues. We tested this option, but it is not like with Zoom. It has problems, but I can try because many windows appear. We don't know why. It has obviously some disadvantages. I can try it before making rooms, of course, and you can see whether I can manage. Okay. Have you accessed the link directly in Moodle for the book? I posted it in chat. In case I don't manage to share my screen. This is the link. Okay, then I'll start. Can you see it? Not yet.
No.
I'm trying. If my connection is lost, be patient. Can you Windows? Also to just share. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, but you don't see anything.
No.
No, that is a problem.
It seems like it's loading, but I don't know. Will it finish?
Yeah. Okay, I will wait, and you can do your exercise. Maybe something happens, but I'm not sure. We tried it many times and we didn't succeed. We can just upload presentation or upload some shorter or let's say materials that have not too many pages, like this book has. So we will try this way. I ask you to access the link directly. I posted it, or for you to copy the book, to have it in front of yourselves, in front of your computers, to follow me while we have classes. Okay, that is the reason. Now I'm coming back to what dividing you into groups. Let's try this. Okay. Please accept the request.
Conference. You are now muted.
Da mogu da potražim informacije.
Ivan, Jovan, Jovo, can you hear me? I'm just
You are
checking.
now unmuted.
Yes, we can.
You know what the task is?
Yes.
Okay, go on, please. See you in 3 minutes.
Okay, thank you. Šta kažeš? Ne znam, jedino da potražim nešto na internetu o tome. A dobro, ne mora biti samo stočarstvo, može i poljoprivreda.
You are now muted. You are now unmuted. You are now muted.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. We can start discussing, starting from room 1. And can room 1 tell me how professionals like architects use computers? What do they use computers for? Who is the first group? Or room 1? I would like you to talk, not to write, please. Okay, so Nemanja says that he and Alexander are a room 4. What about room 1?
I'm not sure which room we were.
You are
Okay,
now
never
unmuted.
mind. I will mark
now
it next
muted.
time. Thank you. I'm just inviting you all to participate. Who would like to say about the architects? Which room?
You are now unmuted.
Okay, Yobo, thank you very much. Do they use it for drawing programs, for planning, designing? Okay, all right, many things. Anything to add from the other groups about architects?
I add something that they use the programs for the architect. This is the AutoCAD. This is a very and I also dated this interior designers is also use this program because then they order the furniture for our guest maybe.
Okay, great. Very good. Others? I think that's basically it regarding architects. Okay, thank you. What about the following profession? Interior designers, you mentioned it. What about, is there anything else that they can use computers for?
Again,
Well,
they
can use
okay.
wait.
Nemanja, George?
It's all
Okay.
I think.
George, you want to say something?
Again, they use professional how to inside of their head, maybe easier than drawing it on paper, and they can then show it to clients and send it so they check if they like it or not.
They can also use computers for demonstrating their designs to clients. So not only for preparing them, but also demonstrating. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much. What about the following profession? Farmers who would like to add? which room hasn't had anything, let's say?
I think farmers use the computers because farmers need to sell their products online, and I think they use computers to keep track on the market and see how the prices go up and go down, and actually see how much they can sell their products.
For tracking changes regarding products, regarding sales, okay, also for managerial functions such as advertisements regarding their products, okay. What else? If some farmers have companies, some small companies, what can also they use computers for?
Maybe to advertise their company.
Yes, also advertise their companies. What else within the company? Do they have some departments that they need computers for?
Communication with customers, maybe check the irrigation control. That's all.
Okay,
Make an order for your farm.
For making orders. Do they use for computers for other purposes? What kind of department do they need in order that the company can function? That we didn't mention.
Maybe they use computer for buying stuff or tools for taking care of their gardens, like some machines for cutting grass or something. You can find it online and it's very easy to use, I think.
Okay, they use computers for doing some research regarding the products that they need, some machines they need for their profession. Okay. Do they use computers in the accounting department regarding salaries and other stuff?
Yes.
If they have a company, of course.
You are now muted.
So many uses, as you can see, depending on what we think of. So they can use computers for different purposes. Thank you all. What about landscape gardeners?
Pretty much the same as interior designers, just for the exterior.
Okay. Experimenting with different designs. Okay. Anything to add? Something new?
Maybe for research also, they can watch some content on YouTube or on Google and look for some new ideas.
Okay. Research can't be forgotten. So they use also computers for doing research regarding their fields of interest. Okay, very good. What about musicians? Interesting.
They can use computers for a few purposes. For example, they can play the song and play that on their instruments by hearing. Then they can learn some video tutorials for playing techniques and singing techniques also. And they can read some tones, chords, and tablatures. And in the end, they can use computer for producing music, even if musician and the music producer are different professions.
Okay, are you into music, Ryan? Because you know a lot about it?
Yes,
okay.
I'm a musician.
It can be seen. A lot of terms regarding music and musicians. Very good. Anything to add? I don't think that we can add something else to Ryan's view of using computers by musicians. Okay. What about rally drivers?
They can use the computers to check the parameters of the vehicle, to check the diagnostics, and to see where can they improve. Also to track their timings and stuff like that. Basically, to improve in every detail.
Can they just adjust their best route or some routes when they are going to drive, maybe, on the computer?
Well, if they have the software for that, then certainly they can do that.
Okay, thank you. So also different kind of specific purposes. Okay, salespeople. What about salespeople? What do they use computers for? Let's discuss. I invite all the participants from all the groups or rooms.
Yeah, they communication with the customers who wants to buy maybe apartment, the flat in this group of build.
Okay, communication with customers in terms of trying to find someone who will buy something. Okay, others.
Maybe they can make an online auction. I saw something like that on TV, but it's not online. And in today's time, they surely can make something like that online.
Yeah, of course, online, making online or preparing online auctions and having them online, all right?
You are now unmuted.
Other purposes? So keeping databases of prices,
You are
of
now muted.
clients, and many things regarding their profession. Okay, very good. Thank you for giving your opinions and for sharing your ideas regarding the use of computers by these different professions. Okay, so all of them use computers and they cannot, I believe, imagine their day without a computer. Even teachers use computers more and more than they used to do it before. Okay, now we have again speaking exercise and you are going to work in pairs. I will divide you into pairs and please, you can write down if you do not want to accept the request. So that I can make a pair so that one person cannot be left without a pair. So I will divide you into a pair, you will do a pair work. So Samir and Peko, please choose your mic option if you want to join so that I have a clear picture who would like to join or not. All right. And also I said I have Maria Dragovic who didn't participate in the previous exercise. That's why I said at the beginning, you need to choose your microphone option in order to participate in different activities. Otherwise you can sometimes, okay, destroy our plans in this way. All right. So speaking, we have exercise 8. It's in this way you are practicing the use of the present perfect and past simple, but in your context. You have the first sentence done for you. Download music from the internet, and in brackets, what site? Okay. The first question can be, have you ever downloaded music from the internet? And you can use this phrase, what site, from the brackets to make a question, and you will make it in the past. What site did you use? And you continue with replying to that question. Okay, you can add the reply. So I will divide you and you are going to work together again. So please accept your requests. So Peko is obviously not returning to micro option. He will be out of the pair work. All right, and then I will have 16 of you. All right.
You are currently the only person in this conference.
Hello, hello. Šta nam je ovo? Ako znam. Dobro, zapamtit ćemo otprilike šta. Sad ima ali šta... Sad koji bješe prošli za fit. Ja mislim to fit. Onda je bilo možda have you ever fit an expansion card i onda... Onda kažeš if so, which type? Dosta ti to. Može svako na isti način. Have you ever, if so, da. Ovo. Zašto bi neko izmišljao toplu vodu? Fault was it? No paper fault. Pa dobro. Using wix.com. Ne znamo ime, nisam ja nijedan, ja sam samo micu. Worm. Bez ako misli na biološki virus. Pitanje svako isto. A odgovor na što lupiš, pa što bude.
You are now muted. You are currently the only person in this conference. You are currently the only person in this conference. You are currently the only person in this conference.
Now we are coming back. Are we here? Are we all here?
Yeah.
Okay, and Victor asked where we were a few minutes ago, and he accepted the request to join the rooms. I don't know what happened actually. I divided you randomly, so you were supposed to be in one of the rooms. So maybe it was up to BBB. Let's see. Let's say. Okay. So let's see. We have here. We are going to check your questions and your answers, and I marked your rooms. So the first room, Alexander, Alexandra, and George. Okay, could you do the first one? Okay.
Have you ever sent video email attachment?
Yes, actually, a few days ago, I had to send a video to my fellow colleague from university. And since the video was too big, I couldn't really send it directly via email. So I had to use a different website, which is called WeTransfer. And it's pretty easy to use it. You just type in your email address, you attach the file you want to send, and you verify your account and type the email address of the person you want to send it to. And after some time, depending on the size of the file, it will send it completely.
Great answer. Okay. All right. And about the transfer, I use WeTransfer often. Is there, I didn't notice, is there any size limit?
I don't really think so. It was very big file that I sent, few gigabytes, I think.
Okay, thanks for such a thorough answer and using English to explain what you did regarding your video email attachment. And you used also, your colleague used present perfect, which is great. Have you ever sent? And you responded in past because it was some days ago. Thank you. What about the second question? We have Dražen and Ryan.
Ryan, would you like to ask? It's going to be me.
I think it's better to be you because you were the asker last time.
Yes. Okay.
On this question.
The question is, have you ever fit an expansion card?
Yes, I have.
So which type did you fit?
Micro SD for the mobile telephone.
Okay, thank you very much. Great use of the present perfect and past simple. We are proceeding with a room with colleagues Dmitry and Ivan. Dmitry and Ivan, are they here? I marked that they were in one room. Who would like to respond? Dmitry Veryasov and Ivan Litvinov. That's why I told you to choose your mic option. In this way, you don't do anything regarding helping us to realize our activities. Okay, who would like to do this one among other rooms? Let's see. Dražen and Ryan did. Lazar and Milena.
Yes, we can.
Thank you.
We can say, have you ever replaced a hard disk?
Okay.
No, I actually haven't.
And what other question would you ask? You have what model in square brackets? Can you use it as a question word?
What kind of a model was it?
Good question.
Because you didn't. What kind of model would you use if you find yourself in a situation to replace a hard disk, for example?
Yes.
Well, I guess some recommended one. I would ask friends.
You would ask friends to recommend some of them to you. Okay, great. Acceptable answer. Thank you. Right. Let's see. We have here. There were 3 of you in room 1: Alexander, and George, who didn't say anything in your first question. Maybe Alexander. Did you? Can you do a question 4 and question and answer? And someone can help you. Jovan Vasic, for example, because he was alone again for the persons who didn't want to join us. Jovan and Alexander Trashkovic, can you make question and an answer pair?
Have you ever fixed a printer fault?
Yes, I have.
And in brackets, you have a question word, Alexander, what kind? Can you make a question? Another question with a past simple?
Did you fix a printer fault?
What kind?
What kind did you use for fix a printer fault?
The paper was stuck inside, so I had to remove it and to be careful not to damage the printer.
What kind of printer fault was it? Okay, you could also ask that way. Thank you very much, Jovan and Alexander. Now we have the following pair. Who would like to do it? Alexandra and George, could you please?
Okay.
Have you ever make your own?
Have you ever
No.
make? Just a moment. Can you repeat your question, Alexandra? Have you ever make? Is there something wrong? Can you?
Your own website.
I heard that you said have you ever made, didn't you? Can you correct me if you didn't? If you can hear me. Have you ever make? Would you correct something in your made? Did this? Okay. All right. Have you ever made your own website?
No, I have never made a website on my own, but I would like one day.
Okay. Then this how is, I think, extra. It is not fitted into your discussion. What about sentence 6? Thank you, you two. Let's see, Jovan again and Alexander, please.
Okay, have you ever had a virus?
No, I haven't.
So we cannot now ask a question, which
Not even a
virus?
computer one? Not even a computer one?
No, in computer one. Maybe I was a child. I have one virus in my nose, and I have the problem with my sins.
You have some.
I have the problem with connection. Yeah.
Okay, and I have some extra question regarding Windows 10. What kind of protection programs do you recommend for viruses, computer viruses?
Yes, I have yes, I have one a lot of virus for my computer when I download a lot of application for work for the programming. I have because I'm working for the programming for the web programming, and last day I have a virus, and on and my computer is all time to restart, and I don't know what is this. I must check later than the English course
Is
is.
over.
Yeah.
So I would like you all, if you can recommend some program for Windows 10 so that I could use as a protection. But please, if there is someone which is not paid but is good at the same time, like a kind of a
Maybe Avast antivirus.
Avast. All right, I will write it down.
Thank you.
There is also a paid version of Avast, but I think it's cheap. I have the premium, and it was like 20 euros for a year.
Oh, great to hear that. Okay, so you recommend Avast, it is good for Windows 10.
I would say yes.
You don't have a problem. All right, great, thanks. Thank you for this additional information. What about 7? Ryan and Nemanja Nikolic, could you do 7, please?
Yes.
Who will ask the question?
Choose. You can choose.
Okay, I will. Have you ever watched TV on the internet?
Yes, I have. I use the Extra TV application from Telecom. So when I usually to watch the news when the TV is occupied.
All right. Are
You
you
skipped my other question.
Yes, he stole your question and he answered in advance. Were you satisfied with the service, online service, TV service? Nemanja?
Yes, it did its job. I couldn't complain.
Okay, it is job. All right, thanks. The last one, let's say who didn't speak. Alexandra Kronic, Dražen Mandić.
So I will ask a question. Have you ever written a program?
Have you ever written a program?
Written.
Yeah. Alexandra? Is she here? Can you hear us, Alexandra?
Yes, at
Okay.
university.
So which language did you use?
Alexandra? We are waiting for your response. Dražen asked your question. Which language did you use?
Yes, at university is Poles.
Not familiar, but you know it. Okay. Thank you. Now we finished with practicing the difference between the present perfect and the past simple, even in speaking activities. And although I plan to continue with the text, which is on next page 89, we won't have time. So I will change my plan and we will do writing a bit, but not too long. Describe how you use computers in your study and your free time. It is on the same page, page 7, exercise 9. So this activity would be on your own, and we discussed it, I think, at the beginning of our previous class last time. Just write 5 sentences regarding this instruction. So how you use computers in your studies and in your free time, basically. 5 sentences, that would be enough. So I will give you, let's say, 6 minutes or 5 minutes, and then we can check. Okay. an individual activity. Irena Markovic, okay, she's audio. She didn't access the mic option. Ivan, could you give us your sentences, please? Ivan Litvinov. Can you hear us now?
I can.
Okay, thank you very much.
In study time, I use computer for online lessons and practicing some programs that I installed for these lessons. While for free time, I mostly use it for watching YouTube or playing something.
Okay, thanks. Thank you, Ivan, and I'm glad your connection is now good. Jovan Vasic, Jovane?
I use my computer daily. Mainly now I have to use it since this whole virus thing forces us to have classes online, so I'm forced to use it daily. I also use it to watch movies and TV shows on streaming sites. I also watch football games, mainly football and also basketball. And nowadays, since I don't want to go out too much because of this virus, I use it also for communication.
Thank you. Johan, many purposes. Right. Milena Radicevic.
Well, nowadays, mostly we are all using computer for online classes, but also for collecting the materials for learning, and in free time, of course, watching movies, listening to music, sometimes even practicing the things we learned at those online classes, like the other, not English, but other subjects we have, because there is a lot of to practice over the programs we have to install.
Okay, right. Some specific uses. All right. Thank you, Milena. Lazar Vrkic.
Well, I think we now mostly use it for studying because we need the computer to attend our classes because most of it is online. Well, we can still use the computers to exchange information between students and we can use it to study. But free time, I mostly use it to watch Netflix or to watch some sport event.
All right. Thanks, Lazar. Different uses on your side as well. George?
Given the situation with the coronavirus, I'm using my computer every day for university purposes to watch online lectures and also for exercises that I'm given by the professors, such as programming, database development, and so on. When I'm not busy with the university, I use computer to watch some TV shows, play video games with friends online, or play some games on my own, listen to music, and browse the internet for something that I'm interested in.
Okay, great. A lot of uses. And we all, obviously, in these days and in these COVID circumstances, use our computers a lot for different purposes, either for professional ones or just for fun. So with this, I would conclude our today's lecture, and you talked a lot, which is great and which was my aim. Although we didn't cover the following lesson, but I'm glad you participated and you did a lot of speaking activities. So I won't take more of your time. So I will leave you, have other classes, and have a great weekend and see you next Friday. Okay? Thank you. And those 16 of you were present, so I will save now my file and also for you to know that you have to be till the end of all the class in order that your presence is counted. Okay, thank you very much and see you next time. Bye-bye.